Hey guys, welcome back to our channel Lux Society. We're back again with an exciting video for you. Throughout history, castles have always been preserved for certain members of society. They weren't open for just anybody to wander through, and often the only way to get in if you weren't royalty or working for royalty was to be taken as a prisoner. In the old days, there was nothing that the rich and powerful could do to show off their wealth and influence other than to build a huge castle. Whether it was intended for defense or simply just as a retreat, these castles have always been an awesome and imposing sight. Things are quite different today. Many of the world's castles that are still standing from past eras are now open to visitors who wish to tour them. In some cases, you can even spend the night there as a guest. These castles are very bit as luxurious and opulent as they seem like in the fairy tales. Be it fairy tales or history books, castles are a representation of luxury and power. In today's video, we present to you with the most luxurious castles in the world. But before we take the walkthrough, make sure you subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to never miss a video from us. Without further ado, let's take a virtual tour of these amazing castles. Number 15. Herrenchiemsee Palace. Built around a 1,000-year-old monastery on an island in Bavaria's largest lake, the Herrenchiemsee was King Ludwig's largest palace. The king really had a thing for palaces, as we're about to see. It was supposed to be a copy of the Versailles, so you know that they were definitely not aiming low. Number 14. Alcázar de Segovia. Rising up from the rocky outcrop in central Spain, Segovia Castle is truly a breathtaking sight. You can just imagine that how difficult it must have been to assault this fortress in medieval times. But despite its past and its purpose, Segovia's beauty is truly undeniable. Number 13. Hohensalzburg Castle. Overlooking the Austrian city of Salzburg, the Mozart hometown, is the impressive Hohensalzburg Castle. This thousands-year-old citadel is the largest of its kind in the whole of Central Europe, and throughout all the time it has stood there, guarding the city, it has never been conquered. Number 12. Nur Mahal. Now we know what you're thinking, we've been a bit Eurocentric with this list, but for good reason, we can all agree. However, there are examples of great castles in other places too, like Nur Mahal in present-day Pakistan. Even this 19th century palace was inspired by European architecture, making it an interesting blend of the Western and Eastern styles of architecture. Number 11. Mont Saint-Michel. Standing proudly on the shores of Normandy is the picturesque Mont Saint-Michel. It's basically a small town built around and below an old abbey, connected to the mainland by only a small causeway. What makes it truly awe-inspiring is the way it seems to just rise up from the sea, making it one of France's most remarkable landmarks of all time. Number 10. Ashford Castle, Concoe, Mayo, Ireland. If you really want to feel you're a knight in shining armor or a princess in the tower, Ashford Castle in Ireland's County Mayo is the one for you. Although from the outside it still looks as if the current year is 1314, inside it's as luxurious and lavish as ever. What is the best part? This castle isn't just for visiting on a one-day tour. You can actually stay in the castle. It has to be one of the most luxurious hotels in all of Europe. Spending the night at Ashford Castle won't be cheap, but hey, how many times in your life do you get the chance to sleep in a castle? Number 9. Ussé Castle, Loire Valley, France. Visit Ussé Castle in the Loire Valley of France and you will feel just like Sleeping Beauty herself. According to Tales of a Backpacker, this is the very castle that inspired Charles Perrault to write this famous fairy tale, The Story of the Sleeping Princess. With its grand facade, it definitely looks like the type of castle that belongs in the children's storybooks. Although the castle ended up being a lavish residence, it was initially designed to be a fortress in the Middle Ages. The dungeon and some of the other rooms are now open to visitors, and they can have a day tour of the property. Number 8. Lumilina Ice Castle, Kemi, Finland. Finland's Lumilina Ice Castle is truly very unique and something that you might have never seen. This castle is far less Sleeping Beauty and much more the Princess Frozen. Each year it's built again and with a different design to entice the visitors. Although you will feel like royalty while exploring the stunning castle, you won't be comfortable unless you bring your own thermals. This wintry attraction is the biggest snow fort on the planet and offers guest rooms to stay in that are completely made out of ice and look just unreal. Even the furniture in the rooms is made from ice, else it would definitely be proud. Number 7. Malsicine Castle, Lake Garda, Italy. Northern Italy is full of picturesque sceneries that have hardly changed from the medieval period. In the stunning and quaint town of Malsicine, near Lake Garda, you will find the beautiful Malsicine Castle. The official name of the castle is Castello Scaligero, and it lies beside the largest mountain in the region known as the Monte Baldo. The building can be traced back to 568 AD and was originally used for the purpose of a medieval fortress. The luxurious castle is so pretty that it even inspired Klimt, the famous Austrian painter. The good news to those in love is that now you can get married here between April and October each year. Number 6. Neuschwanstein Castle, Schwangau, Germany. Perhaps one of the world's most famous fairy tale castles is the Neuschwanstein Castle. It's located in Schwangau, Germany. It's this very castle that inspired the Sleeping Beauty castle seen in Disneyland today. If it was good enough for Walt Disney, it's good enough for us too. The castle was completed in the year 1886 and still sits in the Bavarian countryside. Be sure to reserve your tickets well in advance for visiting the castle, as it's one of the most popular attractions in Bavaria. Visitors love seeing the Grand Throne Room, even if it's just missing an actual throne today. Number 5. Kronborg Castle, Helsingør, Denmark. Visiting the Kronborg Castle in Denmark is like visiting a piece of history itself. It was believed that legendary playwright William Shakespeare envisioned this castle when he wrote Hamlet, and one of the reasons for this is that the city of Helsingør sounded very similar to Hamlet's Elsinore. At this lavish castle, you can have the chance to see various parts of the plays acted out by the local actors. As a bit of fun, there's also the Ghost of the King, which has been created using the latest technology. You can see him pop up and describe how he was killed back then. Number 4. Liechtenstein Castle, Swabian Jura, Germany. Another stunning German castle that you can actually get to visit is the Liechtenstein Castle, which is actually less popular than Neuschwanstein Castle. It's really a good idea to visit before the tourists find out about what a beauty this hidden gem is. Although this castle is built all in the Gothic style, it has only been standing since the mid-1800s. A medieval castle did once stand in its place. The castle sits on top of a huge rock, which makes this view from its interiors to die for. Inside, you'll get to see the old armor and weapons exhibited on display. Number 3. Lovrijenac Castle, Dubrovnik, Croatia. Game of Thrones fans must visit Croatia's Lovrijenac Castle at least once in their lifetime. In the HBO show, this grand fortress serves as the Red Keep in the King's Landing. Unlike other popular castles in Europe, this one looks over the crystal-clear Mediterranean Sea. The fortress has recently been used to hold various performances of Shakespeare plays, which seem all the more authentic from the inside of a castle. However, the main drawing point to Dubrovnik in the past few years has been GOT, which was filmed in the city for the duration of the show. Number 2. Edinburgh Castle, Edinburgh, Scotland. There's a really good reason why Edinburgh Castle is the most popular paid tourist attraction in Scotland. Containing endless exhibits and historical displays, various treasures, also a learning center, gift shops, and even 2 restaurants, the castle always entices crowds of tourists and keeps them coming back to visit it. While you can't actually sleep overnight at the castle, you can get a sense of what it must have been like for the many royals who did stay there over the centuries. It's also considered one of the best places in Edinburgh to learn about the fascinating history of Scotland. Number 1. Palace Castle, Muntenia region, Romania. Romania is home to several famous castles, including the famed Bran Castle, which is believed by some to have been a castle where the real Dracula resided. However, if you prefer charming over scary, then you should definitely visit the Palace Castle, located in the Muntenia region of the country. The castle is built in the Neo-Renaissance style, according to Travel Pulse, and is surrounded by stunning mountain sceneries that'll just sweep you off your feet. It's enough to stand from the outside and take in the beauty of the castle, but you can also take a tour of this one. There you have it, the most luxurious castles in the world. Let's know your favorite castle out of all these in the comment section down below. Would you like to visit them? We hope you enjoyed watching the video. If then, drop a like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more exciting content. Don't forget to press the bell icon to always stay updated about our future uploads. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.